people have been asking me for a memory book for a long time. And the deal is that I did one in my classroom for many years, but it was a piece of, you know me, I'm all about my blank paper. It was a piece of blank paper. And at the bottom, I just typed, this is my favorite blank. And then I just copied off like 6 pages of that for each kid. And then they got to tell me about their favorite things from the year. So I didn't think that was very, it wasn't cute enough to do anything with. So finally I got around to making a printable one for you all. And obviously, if you're a Teaching Tribe member, this is available right now. Go and grab it. It's ready for Tribe members to download. And if you're not a Tribe member, Tom will put a link to it in the comments for you below. And for those of you who prefer to shop on TPT, it is also there too. Okay, so here's the deal. I created a bunch of different covers, and I just printed them on Astro Brights. You print them however you want. If you want to do blank paper, however you want to do it. So this one is generic. It just says My Memory Book. Oh, and this thing is editable. So here at the bottom, there is a space for you to include the student's name, the school name, and the school year. Okay, so this is just a generic My Memory Book. So if you teach in a program that doesn't call it preschool or pre-K or kindergarten, because I have all of those, if you teach in a program that's something else, or you just want a generic version for whatever reason, there is a cover page like this. The whole packet is in black and white only to save you ink, because you'll be printing a lot of pages for each student and you don't want to waste all of your instant ink on that. So here's a generic one. And like I said, the covers are editable. So there's a place for you to type in your students' names, your school name, and the school year. So that's the generic cover. And then of course I've got my kindergarten friends. I got your backs covered too. So there's a kindergarten one. And I just print on Astro Brights if you want to. You don't have to. So there's a kindergarten one. Again, the bottom part is editable. The child's name, school, and school year is editable. And then we have, for my preschool peeps, we have a preschool one. And remember, everything in this packet is black and white. I just printed the cover page on Astro Brights. And again, the bottom part is editable. And then we have, and then some folks ask for memories instead of My Memory Book or whatever. So there's preschool memories. It's the same exact everything else. It just has preschool memories instead of My Memory Book or whatever. And then of course pre-K memories. And there's a blank one too, that you can just add whatever you want. And kindergarten memories. All right, and then so there's also 2 versions in this. There's the full page version and the half page version. So if you are not only short on ink, but short on paper at the end of the year, because that happens a lot, you run out of paper at the end of the year. So you have full page choice or a half page choice. So this is an example of the full day. You can tell. I teach preschool. This is the full page option. So here I've selected my cover, I've entered the students' names, and then, there's no page numbers on these, so you can order them in any way you want, but I just started with the student and then moved out. So there's a place for them to draw a picture of themselves. So this would be kind of like an assessment thing. You could even use it for if you wanted to. This page comes completely blank like this, or there's a page with a line on it if you would prefer to have your kids write on the line. Hey, Shannon, you can go ahead and grab this in the Teaching Tribe right now. It is available for you over there. So for those of you who are members of the Teaching Tribe, that's my premium membership site for teachers of preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, Head Start, in-home childcare, and more. And over there, our members have access to all the paid printables from Pre-K Pages 24/7. This is the My Family page. And again, there's no skin tones here because it's all black and white, so we don't have to worry about that. and they can draw a picture of their family. And over in the Teaching Tribe, our members also have access to more than 40 hours of on-demand video training. We call it PD in your PJs. And each one of those comes with a certificate of attendance for 1 hour. Then we also have our self-paced book studies. There's 4 of those in there. We're getting ready to start our next one in June. And then we have our supportive community of new and veteran teachers, a safe haven for asking and answering questions. Hey, Kathy from SoCal. Hey, Wanda. This is my school, so they can draw a picture of the school. And these are my friends. I didn't want to include an entire class list or a box for each kid. They wouldn't want to, I can only imagine they wouldn't want to do that. We don't want to make this a chore. We want to make it fun. Hey, Deborah. This is my teacher. Now this particular page, there are 4 different versions of this, because although the teacher doesn't have a skin tone, there are different hairstyles. So this one, she has kind of short curly hair, and then there's one that's straight medium length, and then there's one there's one with glasses, and then there's a male teacher as well. So we don't want to leave out any of our male teachers. So there's 4 different versions of this page. You just print the one that works best for you. And then there's also one if you have 2 teachers. A lot of us in preschool, sometimes we have an assistant, and we don't want to leave them out of our book. So there's also a version, and I didn't put that version in this book. There's one that says, these are my teachers. And then I have 2 females on that page, but then I also have it blank. It says, these are my teachers, and it still has the place to write, but it doesn't have a picture of the teachers on the sides, just in case you don't want that there. This is my favorite color. And so they can write or draw in the boxes. And this page was always one of my kids' favorites. This is my favorite book or books. So they can draw a picture of their favorite book in there. Wanda says, the Teaching Tribe is amazing. One of my best decisions ever was joining. Oh, thank you, Wanda. You're a very valued member of our group. Wanda is a big cheerleader for the Teaching Tribe. This is my favorite song, right? Because we all sing and dance in preschool, pre-K, and kindergarten. And so there's, I don't know if you can see, they're kind of light, but there's the musical notes there at the bottom. They're kind of like picture prompts. And so they can draw a picture of themselves dancing to their favorite song. And of course, the always popular, what I want to be. This is what I want to be when I grow up. And then I just have these little pictures at the bottom, but they certainly don't have to choose those. They can just draw a picture of what they want to be in that box. These make great keepsakes, you guys. Here is, if you want to have a note, now you could totally type up a short little note and then sign it personally and cut them out and have the kids glue them on here, because you don't probably want to go around and write in each child's book, especially if you have a really big class. But you can if you want. So this is a note from my teacher. So maybe you would write just one thing about the child. Di says, she's so funny. When my child was in kindergarten, one child wanted to be a potato. Goals. We all have them. Autographs. This page here, I have it with lines and without lines, and then they can take their book around and they can have their friends sign it. So one of the ways I've done this before with my class is each day, my book usually just had 6 pages because I felt like that was plenty. And so that's why you can pick and choose the pages that you want to use, whatever you feel your kids can do. And then I would give them 1 page each day, building up to the last day. And then the last day, the page that went in the book was the autograph page. And then on the last day, they would take it around and ask their friends to sign. So each day of the last 6 days of school, I would give them 1 page to do. And then it made a really nice keepsake for the parents. And I have, I've taken pictures over the years of some of the responses that the kids have given me in these books, and they are so sweet. I had a trend in my classroom. Those of you who are in the teaching tribe probably heard this story before in the nursery rhyme webinar, but I had a trend in my classroom one year, right after I started doing nursery rhymes quite a bit in my classroom. And the kids, for their favorite book and for their favorite song, they were all writing the name of a nursery rhyme. And most of them were writing the name of the first nursery rhyme that we read that year, all the way back in September. And we were making the book in May. And I was like, why are they doing that? I mean, I wasn't upset. I was just like, that's really weird that the whole class really loves this one nursery rhyme and this song more than any of the others we did all year. And then upon reflection and after just thinking about it for a really long time, I realized, well, kids learn through repetition. And when they have something they're really familiar with and comfortable with, they enjoy it. So they were the most comfortable and the most familiar with Humpty Dumpty, because that was the first rhyme I did. And I read the book and we sang the song, and all year long they were allowed to, we would learn a new one every 2 weeks, a new rhyme, but they were also invited to choose them sometimes. And so they actually heard that one more than any others, and that was their favorite. So I took pictures of their memory books that one year because I was just so intrigued by their responses. And we noticed that trend continued after I started doing that. But anyway, that's just a little aside. So I told you that I also had it in a half-page version. So for those of you who also not only are short on ink, but short on paper, this one will save you a lot of paper. And so this one has the same cover choices as the others, but with the cover, you'll probably want to cut it and then staple it. And then the other pages are my usual fold and staple so that you don't have to do any cutting on those. But for the cover, because there were so many different cover options, I did do that on this one. So this is the pre-K one. Of course, it has the preschool memory book, the kindergarten memory book, my memory book, pre-K memories, preschool memories, kindergarten memories. Hey, Shannon. We're talking about memory books. Have you ever done a memory book with your class? So they have the This Is Me page. Everything in the little book is the same as the big book. Except this one, you have the pages side by side. So you don't need as much paper or as much ink. So you can make a little book for each child. And the way that we did it was we would pass around one page each day for like 6 days. And each child had a folder in a hanging, in a file, what do you call those? File crate, in a hanging file folder. And then after they finished their page for that day, they would go put it into their file folder in that file crate. And then on the last day, they would get the whole file out and we would staple them as they finished, because they all finished at different times. And it just allowed us to really quickly staple them up so they could take them home. So yeah, it's a great keepsake for the parents, especially for that friend of yours, Di, who wanted to be a potato. I wonder if his or her parents kept that and then looked back on it when he or she graduated. That would have been great. So autographs are on the back as well on this one. So there's a little version and a full page version. Shannon says, yes, she loves them. Time running so much shorter this year. Yes, I know. A lot of you have had a lot of snow days this year too, so you might feel even more rushed because you haven't had as much time with your kids. But I hope that you enjoy the memory books, preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, or just my memory book or memories. Let me know how you like them. If you're in the tribe, go and grab yours right away. But if you're not, it's still available in my store. I think it's 42 pages. But that includes the half-page version and the full-page version, and then all the different versions of the teachers and all of that. So it's really not a huge packet. So yeah, let me know if you like it. And I wanted to get that up real quick for those of you who are still in school. I know some of you have gotten out really recently, but go ahead and bookmark it for next year, pin it or whatever. And if you're in the tribe, you can totally download and save it for next year. Angel said she just downloaded it. Angel is a really good multitasker. Well, she's a tech wizard, so, but she's watching this Facebook Live and downloading it. I hope you like it, Angel. Yeah, so someday we might make it an editable PDF, but for right now, it's a PowerPoint. I forgot to mention that. So it's a zip folder, and inside the zip folder, you will have the half-page version and the full-page version in two different PowerPoint files. And then there's also, there's something else in there. Can't remember what. Maybe it's just the credits page. But anyway, you go in there and you can download them all, and then you choose which ones you want to print. Angel says she's making shrinky dinks. She's downloading the memory book, eating dinner, and watching Facebook Live. Okay, I think you win. Angel, you win. Let's see. Multitasking at its best. Yes, Angel, you are a great multitasker. Shannon says, I love your student assessments also. That's great, Shannon. Thank you. Brenda says she's enjoyed watching me over the years. I recently resigned from my position. I'll miss you because I don't know what my future holds. I'm so sorry, Brenda. You're still welcome to join us. I don't know. Just if you enjoy being here, everyone is welcome. I'm sorry that you're not teaching anymore. I know it will be hard that you'll miss the children, but I'm sure there are great things ahead for you in the future. What a fun idea, says Holly. Yes, memory books are fun for the end of the year. And, we want to create a keepsake for them and their parents. And I think it's just a really quick and easy, but also meaningful thing that you can do for your students and for your families. All right. Yeah. So I hope that you guys have a great rest of the day. I'll be back Wednesday night. So this is a regularly scheduled broadcast here on Facebook every Monday and Wednesday at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And I'm Vanessa Levin from Pre-K Pages, and you can find us right here on the Facebook page. Oh, and if you are a member of our Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes Facebook group, go and look over in the group at the Hollywood graduation post. I was over there just before I went live, and I was drooling over the photos. There are some very talented teachers in there. I was shocked at how beautiful some of those photos were. Some of you all go way out and over the top for graduation, but they were talking about a Hollywood theme for graduation and a red carpet, and there were some photos in there that were definitely pin-worthy. I'll have to find them again and post them here on the Facebook page with permission because they were really amazing. I was just sitting there going, wow. Yes. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Roberta. Awesome. Okay. So anyway, you can grab the memory book if you're in the teaching tribe. If not, Tom has put the link to it in my store for you below. I will see you all on Wednesday. I'm Vanessa Levin from Pre-K Pages. Have a great night.